This is a tutorial for Construction Calc Pro for the Drywall module. It's available for iOS and Android. So first thing we're going to do is go into the Drywall module. So we'll scroll down to the Material Estimation section, Materials, and go into Drywall. The Drywall Estimator has several sections. The first one is area size, where we'll be inputting our area that we're going to sheet. And then we have an openings section. That's the area of all the openings combined that we're going to subtract off the main area size to get our total drywallable area. I don't know if drywallable is a word, but anyway. And then the last is our settings. This is where we'll enter our board size and cost and our waste percentage. And the last section, sorry, that was the third section. The last section is for other materials, where we'll be entering estimates for our mud, our tape, and our screws. So let's go back to the start. Area size, there's a couple different ways you can use this. If you're doing a simple calculation, you can just put in your length and height, and it'll automatically calculate an area. Another simple way is if you know your area, you can put it in. And then the third, probably more common way to do complicated area calculations or drywall calculations is to go back into the areas module, which is back out here. And if you go into here, you can calculate a very complicated area in this module. That's what it's for. As you do that, it saves your areas in your calculator. And then when you're in your drywall module, you'll be able to use those numbers. Because when you click on your area, your calculator will come up and you'll have access to all your saved numbers. So when you're in the areas module, you'll be able to create an area and then just draw it out of here. For now, let's put in 75 square feet. Press back and you'll see it. That's our area to be calculated. This is also true for the openings section. It's a very simple section in the drywall calculator, and that's because you're meant to use it in conjunction with the area calculator. So you can go out to the area calculator, calculate all your openings, and then just draw that number out of your calculator. So let's go ahead and reset and just do a simple calculation. So let's say we're taking off a drawing and our height of our wall is, well, let's make it real simple and make it 8 feet. Press back on your phone to get back out of here and enter that number into here. And let's say the linear feet of wall we have is 340 feet. So we'll enter that. We can also, of course, enter meters, or we can mix and match as well, the units. Press the back button on your phone, and that'll give us our total area that we need to sheet. Now, let's say we've calculated a bunch of doorways and windows in our area calculator, and they've come to 420 square feet. So we'll come back out of here. Now we have our openings. Now we'll go into settings. Often you'll be able to leave these the same, so I am going to leave them the same. I have an 8x4 sheet. I have a board cost of $15 per board per 8x4 sheet. And I have my waste percentage set at 10%. Now we get down into other materials. Mud is a per number of boards. So what this is telling us is that for every 20 boards, I'm going to need 1 mud. Now I know there's no unit there, but that's on purpose because you can use any unit you want. So it could be a pail or a box or however you buy it. As long as you know how many boards approximately that you're going to use per pail or box or however you're purchasing your mud. And then you'll put in your mud costs. So if I'm using a pail of mud, I need a pail for every 20 boards. My mud cost is $50. Of course, all these values are editable, so I could easily go in here and put in 50 boards. So a pail of mud for 50 boards. Maybe a pail of mud costs $100. I can throw that in down here. Tape is the same, so it's per number of boards. So I can use a roll of tape for every 40 boards I have set here, but you can change that to whatever you want. All of these values are going to be saved when you go out. So once you get your preferences here, you usually just be coming in and putting in an area and openings and calculating. But for the first time through, you're definitely going to want to take a look at all this. And then the cost per roll of tape, or per box of tape, or however you want to do it, sleeve of tape. The beauty of the way this is set up is it leaves a lot for you to decide. So it's very versatile. Screws per board, same thing. So I have set as 26. Well, this time it's per board though. So for every board, I'm going to use 26 screws, and then the screw cost is per 100 screws, and I have this set at $5 right now. So again, once you have all these set, there's a good chance you won't really be tweaking them much. Same with the settings. So for the most part, you'll be able to quickly come in here, set your area, set your openings, which will most likely be done through the areas module, and hit equals. So when we hit equals, our results are going to come up. So it's going to give us the number of boards we need to order, cost of those boards. It's going to give the number of mud, whatever unit you put in again, 2. It's got our cost, our number of tape, our tape cost, our number of screws, cost of screws, and of course your total cost. At this point, we can email this back to ourselves to save it, or email it to someone in the field to order. We can also simply dismiss it. Even if we dismiss it, all our values are still saved, so we can just go right back in. Also, everything is saved here, so we can actually go out, and we can go right out of the app if we want. Everything's saved, so we go back in, it's going to retain everything. And we can keep hitting equals to get back in here. I'm just going to give an example of how we might do the openings with the calculator, because we're very rare are we going to just type in a foot value here. So I'll go back out. I'll go into the areas calculator. I'll stick it on rectangle because I'm going to do some doorway openings. So my doorways are going to be 6 feet by 3 feet. And on my drawing I have 23 doorways. Now I can do my calculation. It's giving me my total doorways is 414 square feet. I'm going to dismiss that. And let's say we're going to put in some windows. And our windows are 4 by 3 just to make it simple. So now I have 4 by 3 windows, and I have 12 windows. So now I'm going to do that calculation. Now I've got a total area for my doorways and windows for my openings. So now I'm going to dismiss this. I'm going to go back out and go back into the drywall calculator. And now for my openings, I'm going to click this, and I'm going to go into my history. And my calculation is right here, and it tells me it's from the area module, and it's the area module total. So this is all my doorways, all my windows that I went out and I calculated. Now I'm coming back in here and I'm entering them into my openings. And of course this would be very similar for going into your area size. You could go into the areas calculator and calculate all kinds of complex areas, compound them until you got your total, come back here and then just simply extract them from the calculator's history and put it into here. And that's about all there is to the drywall calculator. So thanks for watching.